and a very moving performance, White Torture, at the garage of the European Parliament in Brussels in 2020. It is a great honor for us to hear your testimony, dear Laurent, and I know that you are going to speak in Spanish. Entonces, por favor, tiene la palabra, querido Laurent.
So go ahead, you have the floor, dear Laurent.
Quizás para algunos sea.
For some of you, this may just be one more meeting, one more conference. But it's not, that's not all it is for me. Thank you very much. When I was sitting in the room just before, I was reading and trying to memorize something. I was trying to remember the names and surnames of all of the people who are currently, at this moment, being held and tortured in Cuba. I'm Venezuelan. And although I've been forced to leave my country, I still feel Venezuelan. But at the same time, I'm Latin American. And now I would like to speak on behalf of Cuba, on behalf of the Cuban people. Because I understand that later, Madame Michelle Bachelet will be speaking. I want for the whole world to stand with Cuba. The Cuban people are out protesting in the streets, and it's not because they want vaccines. They've spent 60 years living under a dictatorship. They're dying of hunger. Do you think that their main concern is vaccines? It's not. Cuba isn't just a place where there are lovely beaches. It's a country, it's an island that has been oppressed for more than half a century. Have you seen the videos of the people protesting in the streets? A lot of them don't even have shoes on their feet. They're tired. They're exhausted. They're thin, they don't have food. Madame Bachelet, you can't continue to defend the indefensible. You can't continue to ignore what's happening. This has been going on for over half a century now. The Cuban people have been oppressed. And we owe a debt to these people. For Latin Americans, Cuba means the same as the Berlin Wall did to Europe. Cuba is our Berlin Wall. Now, nobody needs to explain to me the things that a dictatorship can do. I've experienced that myself. I've lived it. If the High Commissioner for Human Rights is not defending the Cuban people, then how can we expect the International Criminal Court to do it? How are we to expect that from the court? Those who believe in and defend human rights aren't doing it because it's our job. We're doing it because we need to do this in order to exist. Our existence means defending human dignity. And by doing that, we can use our existence for the good of all. That's why we do what we do, because we believe in human rights. So, colleagues, I would ask you, please don't remain silent in the light of what's happening in Cuba. This has been going on for so many years now. And the people of Cuba deserve that we really see more them. We see them more as just beaches and low-cost prostitution. So please, Madame Bachelet, on behalf of human rights defenders around the world, let's please raise our voice and speak in favor of freedom and human rights for the Cuban people. I know that today we're focusing on the International Criminal Court, but I couldn't waste this opportunity. Thank you all very much.
Gracias por sus palabras. Grazie mille.
Thank you very much for your words. Thank you.
Dear Laurent, for your witnesses, and it is with great pleasure that now I give the floor to Mrs. Michelle Bachelet, United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights. Thank you very much for having accepted our invitation, Mrs. Bachelet, to participate to this event on accountability and justice. Dear High Commissioner, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Vice President of the European Parliament. Greetings and thank you for organizing this important event. I will have to say something to Laurent, who I know very well, and I know how much he has suffered. I'm sorry that he's ignored that we have raised our voice on the Cuban situation. So please inform yourself on that, because we are concerned about human rights violations all over the world, and we speak out whenever is needed. Let me continue with the central issue that is